Welcome back to Derailed. I'm your host, JJ Lahey. Here with my good friend, who may or may not know that he muted himself. We got Brian Maafi joining us. Now, don't panic. Jake is coming, but fashionably late as always. Did you expect any different? Brian, you knew Jake would be late. He's always late. It's his signature at this point.
Illinois, you know.
We couldn't wait though. We really couldn't wait because there is breaking news. And if you guys have been sitting in here in the chat, you might not have seen the news. Brian, go ahead, break it.
Yeah, so Mr. Schultz just broke the news that Max Crosby.
You accidentally muted yourself in the middle of saying Max Crosby. Unmute yourself. I can't unmute you. You have to mute. Can you unmute yourself?
I didn't mute myself. I unmuted myself. Again, that's weird. I don't know what happened. Yeah, Max Crosby got traded to the Schultz tweeted out that the Raiders traded him to the Raiders, but obviously he meant the Ravens. So he got traded to the Ravens for multiple first-round picks. I believe he's at 2. So Max Crosby's in Raven, and the Raiders now have like 3 first-round picks or something like that. Or no, 2. Sorry, 2 this year and then 2 next year.
I really thought that the Packers should have tried to trade their first-round pick this year and next year to go get Max Crosby.
That would have been a good deal.
I don't know why they didn't do that.
Just Goody sitting on his hands again, dude, not doing anything again, like always. It's like Ted Thompson 2.0.
Iowa Joe is roasting in the comments already. So that's why you don't invite Maafi onto your show. You know, Maafi actually shows up on time though, which is more than can be said for Jake or me. Maafi got here on the call before I did. I was rebooting my computer because I was like, I'm just not feeling it. It was bad vibe with this session. Gotta reboot the computer, make sure it's not going to be, hanging up on me or anything. And then we're waiting there for Jake, and he's like, well, late like usual. Hey,
yeah, always. Jake just does whatever. He doesn't care.
Really, the only big problem with Jake being late is that I brought something for this episode. The lovely Mrs. Lahey provided something that is going to be on this episode, and I have to wait until Jake eventually shows up to unveil it to everybody. Tool Jake is late to the late show. This is true. So anybody who's watching back on the rewatch is not going to notice the difference, but we're going an hour later than normal. But also Brian here for the inaugural Friday episode. So here we go. We're officially making the move to 2 shows per week, Mondays and Fridays. So if you usually don't catch us live and you catch us on the rewatch or on, Spotify or something because of schedule, maybe we fit your schedule now. It's Mondays and Fridays, 7:15 Central. Brian and I were kind of cracking up over the fact when we were trying to schedule this, that neither of us live in Central Time Zone. So I'm just used to whenever I schedule anybody for Packer stuff, I just translate into Lambeau time because everybody who's Packers centric is kind of used to doing that. So I was like, 7:15 Lambeau time. And he's like, well, what time is that Pacific? I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm Easter. I have no idea. So
well, I can do the math. I can do the math. I was just messing with you, giving a hard time about it. But yeah, it's
tool for this says Central is the superior time zone. The chat is going to agree with that. Brian and I probably not so much, but the chat is going to agree with us. The worst time zone, if you're an NFL fan, is whatever time the Europeans are on. I feel so bad for them, especially like the Irish. I know a couple different Irish Packers fans, and like props to them for hanging in there and toughing it out. They got to watch all these, games in the middle of the night for them. And like, yeah, if it's a primetime game, like I think they're stamped like 4 a.m. Oh, we got Finchy right here. Dan Finch said amen. So he knows all about it. I didn't even notice that Finchy was in the chat when I said that. Drew said noon kickoff is the best.
That's why I like being on the West Coast.
I would say, as a parent of small children, the very worst time slot would be like during dinner time. because that's when the kids are the craziest. So if it's like Sunday afternoon at the noon kickoff, whatever, my kids are napping. It's great. Wife and I can sit there and watch the game, or prime time. Hey, kids are in bed. It's great. And the worst is when it's like during dinner. Usually we like have the game on and we have to go back and rewatch it later because they're like, I saw like 15 minutes of the game because we were chasing kids the whole time. So
of course. But see, I'm on the West Coast, so it's like 10:30 and like 1:30. So it's like after the games, I have the rest of the day I can go do stuff. I could, whatever. I have all this free time.
That does sound nice. Sounds very nice. Probably not nice enough to convince me to move out to the West Coast, but that it's a trade-off. You have some perks like that make it worth it. Tool for this acknowledges that the Bears fans are having a rough couple of days. They got this center acquisition they made today, trading for Garrett Bradbury from the Patriots. Mm-hmm. I mean, my big question is the Bears have been watching Garrett Bradbury up close and personal for 6 years and don't see how he plays and go, we're good. You guys keep him. Can't really pay us to take him. This has to be such a letdown for Bears fans, in my opinion. Especially, there's other really good centers available. It's not really the worst offseason to be needing a center. Obviously, Biadasz just got taken off the market. The big fish, of course, is Linderbaum, but there's good centers in the draft as well.
Yep.
Kind of feels like one of the only really bad directions you could go in is getting a guy who's not that good, who's not that cheap. Kind of where the Bears are at right now. That you have to go give up capital to go and get Bradbury. I would not have been very pleased if the Packers had made this move, frankly. Where are you on this? Or do you and I see differently on this?
It feels kind of like a knee-jerk reaction because Dahlman announced his retirement, and then like 2 days later they trade for him. So it feels like a knee-jerk reaction. Like they're crap. Now we're gonna have a center next year, and we gotta beat the Packers and all the other stuff that their head coach says and talks about the Packers or whatever. So we got to get a center. We have to get a center. So they're just like, okay, well, who can we trade for? And the Patriots like, well, here you go. We got a better center on the roster anyway. So
this is true. Well, so Bears fans were telling me that they were getting Tyler Linderbaum and Max Crosby. So it's not impossible that they also go out and get Tyler Linderbaum, but I'm thinking at this point they're getting neither. But they did get a freebie from our buddy Bean with the Bills.
Oh, yeah.
Forking over a freaking second-round pick for a guy who, if they couldn't find somebody to take him for a fourth or fifth, which is I think what he probably was expected to command, they traded away DJ Moore. The Bills cough up a second-round pick for him, which is just amazing to me. That they found a trade partner willing to give up so much. And I already can't stand the Bills and how frustrating it is watching the moves they make all the time. But this was kind of like icing on the top. Like, hey, we're going to go out and make this dumb move, but it's also going to benefit the Bears majorly.
Mm-hmm. Yep, unfortunately. But, I don't think he's as good as he used to be or that his contract says and stuff, but it's still a plus for Bears, I guess.
Oh, it's a huge plus for the Bears to get a second round pick out of this. I'm wondering, I'm looking at the Bills and people are showing that as far as cap hit goes across the league, the Bills have the second highest cap hit for their wide receiver room out of the NFL, just behind the Bengals, who have a much better wide receiver room. They frankly, even with DJ Moore, this is one of the worst wide receiver rooms in the league. And I'm just kind of amazed at how much money they're spending for not very much talent.
It happens every year. There's always some team that has some position group where they have so much money devoted into that position group, and yet it's not that great. It's always somebody that does this. They're trying to win a Super Bowl. At least they're trying, I guess.
It also occurred to me, so the Bears center retired, and they had to panic and go replace him. And the Vikings center also retired, so they got to replace him too. And I think that there's going to be a lot of people looking at the Lions and thinking that they could really stand to upgrade at center. Obviously, they're mostly prioritizing trying to figure out their guard situation. But it is interesting that center is really in flux for the entire NFC North this offseason. Be interesting to see kind of how the musical chairs end up shuffling around.
Yeah, especially with the draft and then free agency. It'll be interesting to see what happens, because free agency is gonna make a big impact on how these teams approach the draft.
Which is one of the things that I think we're excited to talk about tonight is, as we're looking at the Packers' upcoming free agency strategy, the number one thing you have to do prior to getting to the draft is make sure you have a plan in place for if the draft doesn't fall the way you want it to. You got to have, hey, we have guys that we can play if we can't find any answers in the draft. And so obviously trying to make sure that you have a solution at center and at Mike linebacker. I think those are probably the two biggest immediate needs that need to be filled, since at the moment, I don't think that we feel confident they are definitely bringing back Sean Ryan. And most people don't have a lot of confidence that Jacob Monk is for sure ready to step up and play. So would you expect them to lean on Monk as plan A, go ahead and bring back Sean Ryan, or bring another guy in before the draft gets here?
I don't think they'll lean on Monk. I mean, the Packers have always done things like that. They've always had multiple plans. Whether, you like them, I like them, other fans like it. Their plans are their plans. They make their plans. We can't do anything about it. We can't make them change their plans. But they're going to have multiple plans. We know that. But as far as what I think they're going to do, I think they're really it seems like they're probably kind of open almost to anything, not literally anything, but like, I think they're open to Ryan coming back. I think they're open to bringing in a free agent. I think they're open to drafting a center. I think they're just going to play it out as far as free agency, see how that goes, see how much money Ryan wants / gets offered. And then they'll kind of go from there. And then if, say, Ryan leaves and they don't bring in a free agent center, then they'll just draft somebody, probably early day 3, late day 2, and the guy will start as a rookie, and we'll see how it goes.
So Biadasz was the kind of realistic seeming target for everybody who's acknowledging that, like, Linderbaum probably is out of their price range, maybe significantly so. So are there other free agent offensive linemen that you would be having your eye on as center candidates for the Packers? What are your expectations there?
I honestly haven't looked too much at the free agency as far as like the center, so I haven't looked at the list.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have a list or where I can go pull one up real quick, but
I'll pull up over the cap. They got a free agency for, here we go, free agency tracker. They also have a release tracker, which is interesting. All right, I'm going to share my screen here so we can take a look at it. And here we go. Boom. Get on the screen. Always takes so long to share, which is so.
Yeah.
Trying to make this a little bigger. Come on.
I don't see any centers.
Well, we got filter by center. Now we got center. So
there we go.
Lloyd Cushenberry with the Titans. Biadasz off the market. Connor McGovern from the Bills.
McGovern, I've heard some people talk about him as a possibility. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard some people talk about McGovern.
McGovern would be one of those guys that I would think if you go ahead and sign him, you're not really trying to address center in the draft. That to me feels like a plan A as opposed to covering all your bases.
Other people brought up Cade Mays. I think Mays would be like a 1 year type fill-in type thing, and then you draft somebody to kind of develop for a year or two behind him. Just gonna list all those other guys are just not very good. Yeah, so I think it depends on what I get. Like I said, depends on what they want to do. I mean, if you want to just go one year filler, I mean, Mays, or even just bring back Ryan, something like that would be I think would be a possibility.
Did you like Ryan enough last year to bring him back for this year? Because I kind of did.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he's not asking for $20 million, which he won't. But if he gets like 10, I think that's perfectly fine.
AFAM here in the chat asks, "Is that Jacob's Angel?" I mean, I made a ton of jokes before we even started. Look at this man here. I'm gonna make him a full screen. Check this out.
Oh, geez.
Look at this man. He is. He looks like he's in heaven right now. There's so much sunlight there. It is pitch black out my window right now. Pitch black. And frankly, we haven't seen the sun in months at this point. Yeah, so Jake is coming tonight. So if you are only here for Jake, don't worry. He said he's going to be here. If he never joins tonight, which would be a huge surprise to both me and Brian. Okay, that is hilarious. Above your head, all the stuff.
Those are my kids' stuffies. So yeah.
It looks like an amazing hat. You got the best hat ever.
There we go. There's my hat.
No, you gotta get fancy. Here, watch this. So if I move over here, my camera follows me. So you got to get fancy like that. Hey, look who it is. Look who it is. Like you fancy like Applebee's? Hey,
he made it. He's alive.
Do you know you're on screen? There we go.
Yep.
He knows.
I know.
He knows.
I do.
He knows. He always knows.
But Jake, do you know the breaking news?
Oh yeah, I already saw it. What are you talking about?
Okay, all right.
Jake knew before it was announced.
I got a text that said you can't pick for the Ravens at 14 anymore, and I was like, okay, what does that mean? There we go. No, I was on with Jim, Brian, doing the mock tonight, and so we had that. That was fun, going through nearly 3 rounds, and then of course the trade goes down. All that work for nothing.
I know. I was telling JJ before we went live that Schultz made sure to tweet that out right before we started, just to draw eyes away from our show.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's no Packers news dump on a Friday, unfortunately.
This Friday, there usually is, but
there was, but then there wasn't, right?
Yeah, there was, and then
let's get into that. We wanted to save this for.
Okay.
We want to save this for. What is this thing on my face? I just checked out the vertical view for like X and Facebook, and the banner, whatever pinned comment we have, when there's 3 of us on screen, it goes like right across my face. Let's get into this though. For the Packers, Rashan Gary tweets a heartfelt goodbye to Packer Nation. Well, it didn't tweet; he posted on Instagram. I got the graphic right here. And this is amazing. I clicked on it and it says, "Sorry, this page isn't available."
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Interesting.
I wonder why.
Interesting.
Here we go. Here's the better graphic.
Got to find somebody who didn't quote the original. There we go.
Here's the better graphic. Green Bay. When I got the call in 2019, it was one of the greatest moments of my life, and it always will be. The opportunity to represent Green Bay and Packers Nation across the country and around the world is something I'll never forget. Like all chapters in life, this one has come to an end. I want to thank everyone who supported me and my family throughout the years. The love, the energy, and the memories mean more than words can explain. On to my next stop. Nowhere near done yet. All 6'5", 275. Can't wait. Signed, Rashan Gary. And then it got deleted. Not after Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport and everybody published the news everywhere, but this got deleted. And then I think so. Sources with the Packers apparently talked to Packers media members like Bill Huber and told them, "Hey, Rashan's Instagram just got hacked. You know how it is. He just got hacked, and so he didn't actually say goodbye because he's not released. And why would we release him? So personally, I hate it when I get hacked and the hacker posts a thoughtful, tearful goodbye to the team that drafted me, complete with like a swanky graphic and everything. Jake, since you haven't gotten to talk much because you were so late as usual, walk us through your theory on this mysterious hacking incident.
I think it's quite
simple.
And wait,
real quick. You have to tell us in regards to the identity of the hacker. Is it Wicks?
Well, that's interesting. Is it Wicks?
That's interesting.
Yeah, no, I think usually when you see hackings, right, when you have these big reports of, oh man, you've been hacked, information's been, retrieved or stolen, right? Like you often send really, really nice messages, no ransoms. I'm not taking your money. I'm not taking your identity, nothing like that. I just like posting some very nice, meaningful stuff, some wholesome hacking that has gone down on a Friday. Hilarious. And just a very this era of Green Bay Packers exit type of thing going on here. We're playing this regime is really good at playing the Willie won't he game. We did this with Ja for months, and it's funny that we're getting that again, and it may happen with Jenkins too, which I think is silly. They should probably just cut him. But
it's amazing he's still on the roster at this point.
I know they want that conditional.
If you want
JJ
keep him as the player, that contract is
JJ.
They
want that conditional 2030 7th round pick. Okay, they're hoping for it. This is what they live for. They live for those conditional 7s in 2030. Okay, next decade.
So what do they have to do in order to get the like? Do they have to keep him to a certain date for it to qualify? Tackle. Well, he will. But do they have to keep him on the roster till a certain date in order to get the comp pick? I don't think that's the case, is it? I'm just trying to figure out the 5D chess that would, because there's no way they think somebody is trading for Elgton's contract. The issue isn't the issue isn't Elgton's level of play, and it also isn't really the contract. It's both mixed with the age. Like you just can't. He'll play somewhere in 2026, probably not in Green Bay, because I can't imagine that he agrees to be cut and then sign a cheaper contract to stay in Green Bay. Let's just go elsewhere. Maybe somewhere closer to home for him. But anybody have any theories at all why he's still on the roster at this point? Because they have just a couple more days to get under the salary cap. And you already know you're cutting. Are they just trying to find a trade partner? There's no way they think somebody's trading for that contract.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's the Packers do. They always wait till the last minute to do something. They play. They're very good at playing dumb, being like, oh, I don't know, we don't know. Like you always get comments that like, oh, we don't know, I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. When they ask Goody like, is so-and-so going to be back? He's like, well, he's under contract, so I would expect him to show up and play if he's under contract. And it's like, that's not what anybody asked you. They asked you, is he going to stay under contract or are you going to move him?
That's like the HR answer that HR tells you to say, well, he's under contract, so it's like, well, that's not really an answer.
Guys, what do you want me to say? He's an employee of the company, okay?
Yeah. My lawyer is telling me I need to say.
I don't understand. I don't understand the question, and I will not respond to it.
He is currently employed by the company. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Brian Maafi, you brought a bevy. Did you already crack it, or can we get the ASMR?
No, I was waiting for you guys.
Yes. All right. Jake, you brought your bevy too?
Yeah.
Obviously. All right. So
obviously,
guests first. Brian, give us your best ASMR. Got to hold it up as close as possible to wherever your mic is.
I know it. I guess it's up here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
I will never be able to top last week's.
Let's see.
Or was it Monday?
Jayden knows what it is. Can Jake guess what the drink was?
Oh man. Okay.
He's racking his memory because he knows that Brian talks about it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Brian wasn't here on Monday to hear Jake's
This
perfect
hurts.
ASMR, which will never be topped.
I know. I'm racking my brain. Don't know. Was it? Oh, wait. Wait a minute.
Wait.
It's blue, right? It was blue?
Yeah.
Was it blue?
Yes.
Ooh, wait a minute. It's energy, isn't it? Okay. Oh no, what's that? Oh no, it's a short name. It's a short name. Shoot, man.
Fast and Furious.
No, that would be the Furious, I think. Nas. Oh. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
I see.
You go.
JJ, you're cheating in the chat. You're sending me messages in here about what it is.
I brought this just for JJ.
Man,
trying to help you save face.
JJ's trying to cheat for me.
I brought this just for JJ.
All right, so since I cheated, I have to go last. So Jake, let's hear your ASMR.
Okay, let's try this. Yeah, I think the Alanis are way better for that. They just are.
That sent a nice little chill up my spine.
The Alanis are so much better to crack open.
Okay, and here we go. Here's mine.
This is what I'm apparently. Listen, if I'm known for anything in this life, apparently it's that. Perfect.
We're drinking Alanis.
Here we go.
Yes, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I brought something else though. This is courtesy of Mrs. Lahey after she heard you bullying me on Monday, Jake.
You bullied him? How rude, Jake.
I don't even remember what I was bullying him about. I bully him so much, I just don't remember.
See what I have in my hand here?
No.
See what I have in my hand here?
A straw?
So I got the
Because it's your big
required equipment to consume one of these.
Oh my god!
That's not the right one. You need to be the ghost.
Yeah, whoa! That's not.
So here's
redacted.
the thing.
First off,
Here's
Brian said a bad word. He said the word JJ on here.
He did.
He said it.
You know what?
I heard him say the bad word.
All right, we put him in timeout for 3 seconds.
Oh,
here's the thing:
gosh,
the redacted Yoo-hoo is not released yet. It's announced but not released. You can't actually buy it. So that's the thing. I had to look that up after we went to the store, and it was not available for purchase anywhere.
Oh,
found out. Drew said you're supposed to drink them from a glass jar. He said from the glass jar. It didn't come with a glass jar. It came in a carton.
Let's take a squeeze.
So this is. I've never had this in my.
Squeeze it out. Yeah, I agree. Go
Never
get a glass jar.
Go get a glass jar. All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, you've never had. Wait, have you? I don't think he's had it.
You're
no, I've never had this.
I don't.
You know, Brian's bullying me too.
Yeah, what's going on? My mind is blown right now.
That's why I'm doing it on this. Why you guys gotta
just do it now? Just go now. Just go.
Do you want me to get a glass jar or no?
Kind of, yeah, a little bit.
What kind of like just like a mason jar?
Just a glass. It can be a glass. It's fine. I'm not gonna. Fine, yeah, I'm not gonna be like a stickler.
All right, talk amongst yourselves.
Of like having
run to the kitchen.
I wish you had like an old bottle of Coke to go get. That would be perfect. You could put it in there.
Well,
but
I mean, if it's empty, find one of those nowadays.
It's empty.
If you had an empty Mexican Coke bottle, that'd be good too.
That's right.
Drew said it's already tainted. No, it's not. Look, it's unopened.
I mean, it's
come on, man.
It's tainted for being in that silly little box.
Well, I don't know. This is what it was sold in at the store.
Daryl, welcome to the chat. Says Biotish will be a free agent. I fear he's already a Charger. He is he was a free agent for a short time
or a day.
And he, the Chargers pounced on that. But I don't think as we were talking about Elgton, right, Brian, of would the Chargers, that's probably what they're holding out hope for, right? Of that much cap room to throw money at guard, which again, teams are doing more of, right? It's not, I don't know if it's impossible, but is there even another team at this point of maybe
that has the money for a guard? Probably not.
Yeah. And that's with so many people fighting over Linderbaum and Devin Lloyd, if he's going to be a free agent, right? There are going to be big names at free agency that are going to probably come in.
Are we going to get in on the Lloyd stakes?
No,
come on, son. We're going to get on. We're getting in the
Chanel and Dean
stakes, baby.
So many railers have messaged me this week asking,
I didn't like that.
Are we going to get in on? You don't like the term railers? Oh, I guess we're gonna have to get to our big topic.
That has too many other meanings.
Renaming the show.
That's the problem. Well, no, derailers. Derailers.
Derailers.
Derailers. Derail. Yeah, exactly.
All right. So listen, you guys are so particular about the etiquette of this.
All right.
So if you want me to pour this into the tin, should I just pierce the hole and squeeze it out of there, or should I open the top and pour it?
All right. Too old for this.
Pour it. If you pierce the hole, it's going to be a mess. You should have known this by now, being a millennial. You should know how to open a Yoo-hoo.
Raising
This is tough.
Maafi.
Jeez, your parents.
Brian
man,
Maafi, is there a reason that you don't call your NFL draft coverage something with the word mafia in it and make the obvious play off of your name? Because it'd be sick. Like draft mafia, something like that.
Packers Mafia. Duh.
It's good.
No.
Packers
I think it sounds funny, but it just people look at that and think
it's not. It's good branding.
It's attention grabbing, and then you give it. Then you
and it's
structure
memorable
with a bunch of good info. Yeah.
No.
That's right.
People look at that and be like, "Oh, what's this? This must be set up by like some little 18-year-old or 17-year-old or something."
And that's why you put your face on it. So
that means the young audience is clicking. That's what that means.
Right. But I just got saying skibby toilet and stuff like that.
I'm decanting
I don't know if you have to say it.
Chocolate milk. This looks disgusting.
That's up to you.
It's clear. It's like clear chocolate. It doesn't look remotely like.
I don't think that can be the same
It
thing.
doesn't look remotely like water. It looks like chocolate water. It
It
doesn't look like milk at all.
Hold it up for the people. Yeah,
it's like-
that's what I'm talking about.
That's the stuff. That's the stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's translucent. I can see my finger through it. It's not made out of milk. It's made out of water. With
Why are you putting your finger
powder.
in the chocolate milk?
No, my finger's not in it. It's a glass jar, so I can see my finger through the glass jar. All right, I'm gonna
Maybe
try
you
this.
should have shaken it up.
Hey, my wife agreed with you guys that I was missing out and that this is one of the better ones out there. So we'll see. Here we go.
It is.
Wisconsin Free Packers.
Wow. I can certainly see how, because it's a very unique taste. I can certainly see how there would be a lot of nostalgia for people who grew up drinking this.
Yep.
Put it on the chocolate milk tier list.
I don't want to get canceled, so I can't. I'm not going to drink any more of this. I'm not going to drink any more of this.
That's sad.
Here, Brian, you can finish it.
Oh, okay, thanks. I'll finish.
It's upsetting. That's upsetting.
It does kind of have me in the mood for homemade chocolate milk now, so I might have to get on that.
Have you guys had
Like
the
made with
chocolate
actual
milk?
milk?
Have you guys had the chocolate milk from Trader Joe's?
Yes.
Their chocolate milk is delicious.
Yeah, that's like at least A tier, JJ, if not better.
Yeah.
I live way out in the sticks,
very
and there's a actual dairy farm down the road from us, and we go get their chocolate milk, and it's like drinking a chocolate cake.
Yeah, the ones from
You
straight
can
from the
do
dairy
that.
farms are usually really good.
As JJ now knows, you can do that.
Yep.
Portillo's, baby. You can do
This
that.
is true. This
You
is
can do
true.
that.
Let me say one more thing about this, actually. This Yoo-hoo. So, if it was sold like as just the powder and not in liquid form, I think it would be worth mixing into actual milk. I'm not digging that it's mixed into water.
That's fair.
If you mixed the Yoo-hoo powder into milk,
That's fine.
that I would drink because the flavor is good. It's so thin.
They did. I think at one point they did sell the powder.
It's
believe
just so
that's right.
thin.
Yeah.
It feels
Yeah,
like
it's
chocolate
tough.
Kool-Aid. That's what it feels like. And like I'm used to chocolate milk having a milk consistency.
Because you live in the sticks.
Yeah.
It's true.
We make that hot chocolate.
I've lived a few
boil the
places,
water.
but I've lived a few
course.
places, but a lot of the years have been living out in the boonies. Okay. Anybody think there's any shred of truth to this Rashan Gary getting hacked story?
No.
No.
Hell no.
Come on, man.
I will say the graphic is a tiny bit wonky. If you look at this graphic, real quick here,
Like
look
the bottom looks a little wonky, but
look right here. Look, there's this weird line. Like this image got spliced or something.
Huh.
His foot,
and like the double foot there.
Foot's a little messed up. Double feet.
What's with the no? But I think the ankle flexion, the shin angle, it looks pretty good. So I don't think it's AI.
It's gotta be.
I don't think it's AI. It's clearly photoshopped. It's clearly photoshopped. You can see.
So. Well, that's fair.
You can see the Photoshop line here.
So
I also noticed that the font size varies like wildly throughout this, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. You got big text that changes to little text in the middle of the line, really little text throughout here, and then big again down here. It's a strange graphic. I will say that, and I don't know if I've ever seen What is this graphic that overlaid right here? Is this him laying on the ground or what? What is that?
No,
this looks like a helmet. This is a white Green Bay Packers helmet right here.
It looks like there's dread sticking out the back.
Yeah, it's probably him. Like
he's like got his arms
with
crossed.
A lineman. Looks like at the point of contact with an O lineman.
Maybe, yeah.
That could be. Yeah, there's a helmet here. I see a number 5. Oh no, that's Gary. It's 52 right there.
Yeah,
so that's him.
But I think the other one is probably.
He was battling with himself, I guess.
Does he have triplets? Dear goodness. Would you be willing to have, if they only counted as one man on the field, would you put 3 Rashan Gary triplets out there? If they only counted once against the salary cap and as one player on the field, so you technically had.
No.
Are you talking 2025 Rashan Gary or 2024 Rashan Gary?
I don't know. I don't want.
In 2026, Rashan Gary is actually the only option available to you.
No.
The thing I was thinking though is when Hubert tweeted out, didn't he say he just said according to sources, not according to like Packer sources? He just said general sources.
That he was hacked? I think so.
Yeah, and then usually when they say just general sources like that, usually that means it's an agent.
Right? Did the agent have a hold of the profile and accidentally post it?
Yeah, his agent was like, "Oh crap! What'd you do that, Rashan?" So he told Gary, he texted Hubert,
"Hey,
it's fake. He got hacked."
Yeah,
my favorite theory that I saw is that Gary has had this in his drafts for a long time and accidentally posted it today and didn't mean to. That's my favorite.
He got the first day of the new league year wrong. That could be.
So then there's also this one, which Adam is talking about here. So Rashan posted this picture on his Instagram. As you can see, there is a Packers hoodie on the ground. It's very clearly wet. There's a lot of fluid all over everything except for the hood.
I didn't enjoy that.
And what was a little bit strange was all the moisture on the ground around it. So I said, I'm going to choose to believe that this is sweat from a workout. But it kind of looks like he got mad and threw this hoodie on the ground and peed all over it. Or doused it with lighter fluid. But it's probably just sweat.
Yeah.
It's up to interpretation. If you're audio only and you haven't seen it, you should go Google it.
You should.
It is a very difficult picture to interpret. That's a lot of fluid on the ground around the hoodie. That's all I'm going to say. It's not just.
Don't
why do you keep saying fluid?
I know. I don't like saying that. I don't like that word. To be honest.
Liquid? Can I say liquid?
No, fluid. You're saying fluid.
Yeah, you can say liquid.
If it's sweat or lighter fluid or urine. I won't use the F word if you don't want me to. I'll use the L word. Say liquid. Is that better?
Because when you say
I want that clipped so bad. I won't use the F word. I'll use the L word.
Clip it.
All right. No, I don't want that. I don't want that either. No.
Here we go. Tool for this says this is like the Packers version of the blue and black dress. Ooh, Jake wants us to say the shirt is moist.
It's old.
People who get upset about the word moist don't like cake. That's all it is.
That's true. Actually, you're right.
My wife has a friend that's like that. She hates the word moist. She gets grossed out by it. So
I don't mind the word moist, and I also don't really care about cake. So, Adam Huddle asks, "Is Rashan not his own agent?" I can't remember. I know his mom is like his.
She was.
His mom is his like social media.
She was, but like I guess he had her shot because she was blocking everybody who said anything even remotely negative about her son. I was one of the ones that got blocked.
Yeah, she blocked our former co-host on here, and we had to do a campaign on social media.
I heard about that.
To unblock.
No one ever did a campaign for me.
You finally did. Well, you didn't tell me that you were blocked, or I would have helped out. I thought you had a ton of views, man. It
was back during his draft year before he was drafted.
The best help I ever gave you, Brian.
What's that?
The best help I ever gave you was when I bullied you into replacing your profile picture of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that you used for years with an actual photo of your handsome mug. And look you went from like 11 followers up to you're at 1,500 now.
16. But now I'm not counting.
1,600 now.
But I'm not counting.
1,600 now. You were at like 11. And I said, listen, I'm going to give you some hard truth. Nobody wants draft advice from a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You got to use your handsome mug. So he did, and it was an instant overnight success.
But that's why it's further back and it's kind of from the side, so you can't see my whole face at least.
Drew says I was blocked by Dane Brugler years ago for disagreeing with him about a prospect. I was even nice about it with facts. I'm blocked by almost everybody, so it's not a.
Yeah, it's a wonder I haven't blocked JJ at this point.
Well, that he's not blocked anymore, at least.
I've only ever been blocked by one Packers player, and that was Oren Burks. And I just wish that he could block as well on special teams as he does on social media.
Why did he block you,
guy? Why you so mean?
I don't remember why he blocked me.
Why are you hating? Why are you hating?
There's a former player who I can't stand who did block me, and I was proud of that. But as far as actual real Packers players, it was Oren Burks. Was I trolling Oren Burks? No, I think I was just complaining about how poor of a game he had, and he didn't like that. So
it's fair.
I said I block everyone who follows me because I assume they are bots. Well, that's not true because I follow you. Is he a quarterback? No. Oh, you're talking about Kurt Benkert. No, I'm not going to say the name of the person because every Packers person loves this guy and I don't. So it's
is he a former Packer? Or?
It's Matt LaFleur.
He's a former Packer who's in the Hall of Fame. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Kurt Benkert. I wish Kurt Benkert would block me. I can't stand Kurt.
Is he a former Packer that's in the Hall of Fame?
Yes. So that narrows it down a bit. All right.
Yeah.
But we need to move on. It's not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. First of all, Aaron Rodgers is not in the Hall of Fame yet because he's still an active player. Yeah. So ergo, he's not in the Hall of Fame. And I love Aaron. I am very glad to be off of the Aaron Rodgers off-season merry-go-round. I don't miss that at all. When I see the announcements and like you'll tune into McAfee and all this stuff over in Steelersville, that in Steelersburg, I like that a lot. And I chuckle and I go, it's not me anymore. Nothing against Aaron the player, nothing against Aaron the person, but Aaron the off-season adventure where we don't know who's going to be our quarterback, miss me with that. I'm good to like only have to deal with that like every 15 years. All right.
He just needs to vlog. That's what he needed to do. We didn't need the like. Yeah, I'll take the vlog. Don't like. I'm not. Am I playing? I don't know. Am I?
It's not Leroy Butler. Leroy Butler and I were on a podcast together. Leroy Butler is a great dude. I beat Leroy Butler in Packers trivia, and as a result, so the pod that we were on,
he was too busy playing.
They do a like trivia battle every episode, and whoever loses, they crown him dumbass of the week, and they play like this song like telling him that that's who he is. So they did that with Leroy Butler because of me. And I got so much hate mail because of that. Everybody's like, you were not supposed to beat him. You were supposed to throw it and make sure that you didn't win. I'm like, no, I guess I
bet you won't lose again. So I think you motivated him not to lose.
Drew asks, is it Desmond Howard? No, but I hate Desmond Howard, so I would be more than okay with Desmond Howard blocking me.
What's the plan tonight, JJ? Because we've been riffing for a while. What are we doing?
We talked.
We get this thing back on the tracks. It's not even on the tracks right now. It's falling into the river.
We talked about center.
Impossible 7.
There are tracks. I don't know.
Without you, because you weren't here, we talked about center and what the plan is to address center at a minimum before we get to the draft, because they got to have something in place before the draft. And I think that Brian and I kind of came down the same place of like, we would be good with bringing back Sean Ryan. Basically, if we have any option other than Jacob Monk, we feel good about that heading into the draft. Like, doesn't have to be a guy that you feel rock solid about. And like, there's some guys that we looked at who are available free agents who we said, okay, if you actually go out and get this guy, at that point, you're kind of taking it off the table of drafting a center anywhere high in this year's class. But I think we spent enough time on center, and there's some other really important positions. And I think the other really significantly important position that needs to be discussed is Mike linebacker. If Quay is moving on, and a lot of folks think he is moving on, you really do have to do something. So we've heard a lot of reports of the Packers doing plenty of due diligence on linebackers in this class, indicating that they have,
and free agency too,
indicating that they are considering moving on from Quay Walker. So, Jake, kick it to Brian. Brian, what's the minimum that you think they need to do for linebacker before they get to the draft? Do they have in Edgerrin Cooper and Tyron Hobber and Isaiah McDuffie, do they have enough bare minimum on the roster, and JDJ? Do they have enough bare minimum on the roster that they could afford to sit on their hands prior to the draft? Or do they really need to go and find somebody in free agency so they have more bodies on the roster? Adam Huddle's asking, could Colin Oliver play Mike?
No.
I see him more as a Sam at best. But we're with this likely switch back to 4-3, which is not really what I want to do, but doesn't really matter. Colin Oliver would really be playing outside linebacker, and you're really looking more at just trying to have two inside linebackers on the roster, somebody next to Edgerrin.
I mean, they probably do need to at least bring somebody in. Again, it depends on what their kind of plan is in the draft and stuff like that. And of course, what happens with Quay? Supposedly, Jacksonville likes Quay, wants to replace Nakobe Dean with or not Nakobe Dean.
Devin Lloyd.
What's the name with Quay? Because he's going to be cheaper than him. Supposedly, they're going to give Quay like 15 or something like that.
Are we just trading Devin Lloyd and Quay Walker?
No, Devin Lloyd's going to sign somebody else for like 20. Supposedly, Devin Lloyd's going to get like 20. And I don't think the Packers are going to give him 20. So it's going to be someone else that has money that's just going to throw 20 at Devin Lloyd.
I've heard Bobby Okereke thrown around a lot. I don't think he's going to get anywhere near probably what he was paid by the Giants last year.
Yeah, I think if they sign a linebacker, it's going to be someone that's not really going to hurt their comp picks, because they're going to need those comp picks next year. So it'll be someone that was cut, maybe a Logan Wilson, but I think it'll be like a 1 year again type of thing where they'll have a Logan Wilson and then they'll draft, some linebacker, like in say in the 3rd round, and then they'll kind of battle out. And then if Logan Wilson wins, he'll be the guy for a year, and then the next year the rookie takes over basically. So, yeah, I think it'll be something like that. They're not going to sign somebody big money or anything like that. And with the whole line 3-4-4-3 thing, it doesn't really matter that much. I think people are taking it a little too far. You know, if people were like, "Oh, well, Goose said inside linebacker," I think so that means he let it slip to switch 3-4. I'm like, that doesn't mean anything. I mean,
the guy was roster building for a 3-4 for nearly a decade. So, we took a 2-year break from it, and he's gonna immediately just get used to, new phraseology and not occasionally slip up in what he calls the positions. Come on.
Yeah, and plus you're in sub most of the time anyway. It's not that much of a difference. But yeah, it's mostly just a difference with your gaps and if your edge rushers are standing up or they're handling the dirt and the coverage is behind them and stuff like that's the more important stuff. But yeah, as far as linebackers, like I said, yeah, like probably something like a Logan Wilson and maybe Bubby O'Carey if he comes cheap or something like that for like a year. They draft somebody like in the 3rd round, maybe 4th round, and then just let them see what they can do and let them battle out and stuff like that. Because after Coop, everybody else is just basically a backup.
Hey, don't you dare besmirch the good name of Jamon Dumas Johnson, who's going to be the next big leaguer. Actually, you just wait until he finishes developing.
I actually agree with that. He's linebacker 2 right now. He's linebacker 2.
He's going to develop
at the moment. 5 years.
Kind of linebacker 2.
Even now, he's like linebacker 4.
Nah, stud. Get ready. Yeah. Get ready.
That's what people said after they saw his RAS. They're like, oh man, he's really good. It's like, no, he's not.
To be fair, in last year's class, there were 2 linebackers worth taking in the first 100 picks. And they went within, I think, 4 picks of each other. So,
yeah, Dumas Johnson still went undrafted, so it kind of tells you how highly the NFL thought of him.
Yeah. So,
Jake, I got a list of free agent linebackers here on the screen. Is there anybody who jumps out at you as being a fit that you would like the Packers to explore?
Yeah, Devin Lloyd. No, oh man.
He means realistically, Jake.
No. No.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. Like that's
I
why
mean,
I don't even. That's why I said maybe Logan Wilson for a year, but that's not it.
Yeah. Listen, Dallas needed linebacker help. They traded a 7th for him, and they cut him. Like, that doesn't inspire confidence. It'd be for a team who probably should be taking Styles if he's there at 12 or like CJ Allen early in the draft. So, like, I'm not super interested there. Levante David, man, he's been 36.
He's got to be at least up there, yeah.
No, he is. He's there. Jabbar Davis is 37. My goodness, it does say the age on that one spot.
Oh, you're right. It does. And here I thought you just memorized all their names.
Yeah, I wish.
Memorize them all.
I wish. Yeah. I mean, listen, there's not much there. Quincy Williams, he had a nice spurt of some nice production at one point. When Quentin Williams was in front of him. Green Bay doesn't really have those guys up front, so we need like a
what? They don't have good defensive tackles. They don't have a depth of really good defensive tackles up there. It's crazy. I didn't know that. You're just telling me now for the first time.
What about those 2 nose tackles they picked up late last year? Those guys are good. Riley and the other guy. Those guys are pretty good, right?
I wish.
I thought that for the garbage heap we grabbed Riley off of, I thought he played sufficiently. Would have been nice if we had done like anything to address the position other than, again, grabbing him off $1 scratch-off ticket. But
yeah, because I mean, I don't think Devin Bush played Mike at all last year. I would in fact doubt it. Bet they just handed the keys over to my guy.
Your guy.
And so
I mean, Jake is the only person. Jake is the only person who was ever in on him.
So yeah, I'm not really interested in any of these guys, really, to be honest.
Is Leo Chenal a free agent?
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
Cochran.
Oh, see, now, wait a minute. I have new takes. You've put players on the screen that are interesting.
Jack Sanborn.
New takes.
Jack Sanborn.
Jacoby Dean's 26.
Eric Hendricks,
Jacoby Dean's 26.
Hey, you got Zach Cunningham. I mean, come on now. Shaq Thompson.
That'll do. That will do.
What's Christian Kirksey up to these days? I know a lot of Packer fans who'd be thrilled to run that back again.
That would be fun.
I love that they've lifted Jamal Adams in this group. That's fantastic. By over the cap. I love that.
We can bring back Chris Barnes. I mean,
there we go.
Look, Chris Barnes and Christian Welch are right next to each other.
Wait a minute. Yeah, Brian might be cooking here. You know what? It's one of the best ideas of this group. Like, seriously, but it's an
idea. I don't know if I say
that's where we're at, though. I mean, I don't think paying Lloyd counts because I don't think we can do it. And so, yeah, I mean, it's tough out there. It is tough out there because it's just there's a certain threshold of money where you're like expecting somebody to be a difference maker. And if they're going to ask for like close to difference maker money, like I just don't. There's really not. I mean, Chanel is interesting for sure. Like that for sure. He's interesting because of kind of the things that Kansas City asked him to do. Right? They had him drop to the line of scrimmage a few times. Right? So he's kind of familiar with moving around a defense with different roles. Like Dean's obviously going to be, he's going to be like standing on the edge of the box, like tiptoeing on the edge of the box at his size, right? Like obviously he's extremely intelligent player, but I think size has to come into play a little bit, even in free agency, right? Now I know, in free agency Brian, they will take the very slow safeties and put them on the roof of the defense. You know what I'm saying? But
did you not forget, Jake? Those slow safeties can't play on the roof. If you run a 4 in the first 6, you can't play. You can't play in the post.
I know.
According to draft experts.
I know it's true. You simply can't do it.
It'd be done.
Here's what we need.
What do we need?
Because we are running up to the top of the hour. It's going to be time for us to hop off here. And before we can do that, listen.
It's not the top of the hour. It's 9:20.
We are trying to get more people to discover this amazing podcast. So we're going to do a YouTube short right here. Jake, I want you to give me your top 3 linebackers for the Packers to pursue in free agency.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Let's start at the top. With Leo Chenal, right? Good size of the position. I think football intelligence off the charts. And I think he's going to come at a bargain. Nakobe Dean probably second. Familiar with what Gannon has run before, at least with what he did in Philly. And again, another guy who's really sharp in terms of recognition skills. And then third, I'm dead serious. Chris Barnes. Let's go. Reunion time, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Clip it. There we go. You say clip it, the AI clips it. Apparently,
I said it earlier. We'll see if it did it or not.
I said it earlier too, so we'll see.
Okay.
So if I just keep saying clip it, it'll just start making clips and stuff.
But we only have a certain amount. You can't go overboard because then we'll run out of clips, Brian. We don't pay.
That ain't Brian's problem. He's happy to derail.
We don't pay enough.
Just clip it.
No.
Iowa Joe asks, isn't Barnes like J-Lo's bestie? I do remember that Chris Barnes and Jordan Love were tight. I think they were locker mates is what they were. Told me to say we should hack Gary's Instagram and tag our page. We'll get a handful of new followers.
That's
true. You know what would not help you would be if you hacked Quay Walker's page and tagged our show, because he's blocked, apparently, all the Packers fans. Now, it seems that I survived the purge. When I look at, like, mutuals who follow him, it's Jordan Love and nobody else. He's blocked everybody. So, apparently he got the memo that he's not returning. So, it is unfortunate. You know, I didn't like the Quay Walker pick at all at the time. I had Quay Walker as my number 100 player in that draft. Ultimately, I was fine with how he played in his time in Green Bay. Still wish that he had not been a first-round pick. If we had even gotten him in the second, I think I would have felt a lot better about it, especially considering some of the guys we passed up on. You know, who I really wanted at that pick was either Devontae Wyatt or George Pickens. But I will be disappointed to see Quay move on, and also I think we can upgrade the position, and it's not a half bad linebacker class to do so. So it'll be especially interesting. We've been talking a lot about all the linebackers in this draft class leading up to it. Before we go, Brian, do you want to give us your what?
Jake? I've got something for Brian. I've got something for Brian to finish us out. I think it's perfect. Okay, JJ?
Probably better than what I had.
Can we do this?
I just wanted him to talk about the draft. That's all. Oh, is he a Packer with Brian Maafi?
Yes.
Presented by
is he a Packer? All right. I brought a list of players. All right, for the people.
Now we got to clip these too. Is he a
this
Packer?
one's a good clip one.
It's gonna be short clips. It's gonna be short clips. It's gonna be like a player's name and then a yes and a no. And that's it.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
All right. Wait. For the YouTube highlight, we need the intro. I'm going to do the intro so it just makes a nice, tidy little video. All right? Everybody gets to see the behind the scenes. Brian Maafi from Packers Mafia. We're going to play a game with you called Is He a Packer? Rapid fire. Jake is going to list guys in the draft. You're going to tell us, is he a Packer or is he not?
Here we go. Davison Igbinosun.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. He is definitely a Packer. He's their size. They like speed, athleticism, all that stuff. He's grabby. They seem to like guys that are grabby. He's played slot. He's played outside. So even though I don't really like him that much, not that I hate him, but like I don't like him as far as how high people are talking about him going and stuff like that. It would not be surprised if he was a Packer.
Okay. Brian Maafi. Dalen Everett, is he a Packer?
I hate you for asking this question.
My least favorite definite Packer.
Yes.
Athletically, yes. But film-wise, no.
Okay. All right. Malik Muhammad, is he a Packer?
No. But
for the people, why would that be?
Athletically, no, and film-wise, no.
Okay.
He's about 10 pounds lighter than they want him to be.
There we go. Okay. All right. Another important position. We were just talking about it. Anthony Hill Jr. Is he a Packer?
Probably, but I don't want to be a Packer because he's basically going to be a 2-down linebacker in the NFL.
Hey, listen.
He's stiff. He can't cover. Packer fans are going to, if they draft him, Packer fans are going to be so mad when he gets pulled on third downs or he just can't cover tight ends and stuff. And it's going to be annoying.
We're playing, is he a Packer? Not is he good?
I know. That's what I'm saying. But like, yeah, I mean, we'll see
the agility
test. It's going to tell the story is how he does an agility test. But yeah.
I would just let the people know, be prepared at 52. Okay. Just be prepared. I think is a good way to put it. Jake Golday.
I think, yeah, he could be if they think he can play inside. But he played that weird overhang role at Cincinnati, so it's like one of those weird thing where like how some of those guys can transition to the NFL to playing true linebacker. Some guys they just like Isaiah Simmons, they weren't able to do it. So if they believe he can do it, then yeah.
Okay. A linebacker that everybody wants to talk about.
Oh, jeez.
Jacob Rodriguez, Brian, is he a Packer?
Probably.
Roll the R. Just roll the R, man.
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
There you go.
Yeah, he reminds me though of another former Packer with a Hispanic last name is Martinez. Jake Martinez. He's somewhat similar to Blake Martinez. Sorry, he's somewhat similar to Blake Martinez. He's a little bit more athletic, but he's a somewhat similar player. A little more athletic, a little better in coverage, but a guy who's going to get knocked around in the run game. He's going to put, he's going to not be great in the run game, but yeah.
Okay. I have one more linebacker, and then we will move on. This is a guy JJ and I have been drafting a decent amount recently. Caleb Elarms or TCU, is he a Packer?
Athletically, yeah. So probably, I mean, I have him on my list, and my list for the, my Packers board or whatever. Probably, I mean, let's see how his 3 comes out because he did everything else.
Okay.
But yeah, probably day 3 guy. But yeah, probably.
Okay. Couple of defensive tackles. Popular one recently, Grayson Halton. Is he a Packer?
Testing wise, yes, but roster construction wise, I would say no. They already have a ton of 3 techs. I don't see why they would bring in another one. It just doesn't make sense to bring another one in. So I don't think they would draft him anyway. I mean, he's sub 300 pounds. They usually shy away from the sub 300 pound guys, especially early. So, and that's probably when he'll go anyway. So yeah, I'll say more than likely not.
Okay. Chris McClellan, Missouri.
Definitely. He is one of my favorite guys to be a Packer.
There we go.
He's got nose tackle experience. He can play nose. He's got some explosive. He reminds me a little bit of Slayton, TJ Slayton. He's not as stiff as TJ was, although most nose tackles are kind of a little stiff. A little bit smaller, a little more explosive, a little bit more fast, a little more quick. Obviously not as big, not as strong, but still he can play nose tackle. He's slimmed down for like the combine and stuff like that. He was 313 in the combine, but like I want to say he played close to like 320ish. So he can pack on more weight anyway. So, but yeah, he's one of my favorite guys, day 3 guy could be a Packer.
Okay. This one's for Kawano. Rashan Benny. Is he a Packer?
That's an interesting one. I love his film. I liked Rashan Benny a lot. He didn't develop as much as I thought he would this year. I thought because he wasn't a starter until this year, and he was a backup like previous years. Kind of stuck behind a bunch of really good defensive tackles. Didn't develop as much as a pass rusher, but he kind of fits the mold, even though he's a little under 300 pounds.
Do you think he did that for the combine and Senior Bowl stuff? Do you think he slimmed down for that? Or do you think he was playing close to 300 on the dot?
No, we had verified numbers from him for the summer. He was 300 over the summer. So
he was okay.
Yeah, so he dropped a few pounds, but not much. But yeah, despite being a guy that was played at 300 pounds and has been a little under 300, he's a really good run defender for his size. So I mean, I think it's a possibility that they take him and they say, hey, well, add an extra 5-10 pounds and just you can play nose tackle because we know you can already defend the run anyway. I think it's a good possibility.
JJ, do you have any? I still have a few more at some other positions, but do you have one?
I have an offensive lineman. This is a big deal.
I wonder if he's on my list, but go ahead.
Emmanuel Pregnon. Is he a Packer?
I don't love his film, but testing wise, yes. But then again, likelihood is no because he has no tackle experience, and they don't take
a guard.
Yeah, and they don't take guards with. They basically have since Ted Thompson. They've only taken, I think, one guard that had zero tackle experience, and they traded him off before the season even started. Do you guys remember who that is?
No, because I thought one of Sitton or Lang didn't because one of them played like D tackle, but
no, they both played offensive tackle in college.
They did play offensive tackle. Okay.
Yeah. Sitton was the right tackle, and
I know Sitton. I think it was Sitton that I was tackle, and then I was looking at like Lang, who was playing like D tackle as well or something.
I think he came in at D tackle, then he played left tackle, then the Packers went guard.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys probably remember. I don't remember how to pronounce his last name, but it was Caleb Shelfanoff or something, Shelahoff or something like that. This is like a six.
Not a name I remember.
Yeah, he was a 6th round pick out of it was either Nebraska or Wisconsin. I think it was Wisconsin, and they traded him off to the Jets before the season started.
Quite a few years ago.
It was a while ago. Yeah, I'm old, so I remember that stuff.
Okay. Who's next on your list?
Okay, obviously that rules out all the guards, but I didn't have any guards on my list. Matt Golban, is he a Packer?
Ooh, Michigan State center.
I think so. As long as he does the testing, his testing is good within their athletic ranges and stuff. I think he could be. I like his film a lot. He's a good athlete. He's got the size they like, kind of at center. They like guys that are kind of like average-ish size. So, yeah, I think he could be a Packer.
This one's for Iowa jokes. I think I know the answer anyway, though.
Oh,
Logan Jones, is he a Packer?
Nope, never was. It's sub 31 inch arms.
It's tough to hear.
Yeah, it's sub 32 inch arms or whatever it is. Yeah, they've never drafted an offensive lineman with under 32 inch arms. So, yeah, no.
I don't know how to pronounce this guy's last name, but the Kansas State center, Do you know how to pronounce that? Is it just Hecht? Yeah.
Hecht or Hesh, I think.
Hecht. Okay. But
Sam
is
Hecht.
he?
I love his film, actually. He reminds me a little bit of, I'm just dating myself a little bit, but he reminds me a bit of Mike Flanagan. So a little bit different size, of course. Mike Flanagan was like 6'5". It was like really skinny and stuff. Hesh is 6'4", 303. He's got kind of a thick lower body, but he's really athletic and moves really well. They use him as a puller at times, so he's coming around from center all the way out to like on outside zones and stuff like that. So like all the way out to like, well, I don't know, you would call it like the F gap or something like that. So way out there. So, and he's leading the way and stuff like that. So, and he's got a pretty good anchor for a guy that's just barely over 300 pounds too. So, yeah, he's definitely back.
Which is good because he's not going to get much help from his buddies to his right and left if things stay pat. Okay. I love this one.
Ever say this?
Brian Maafi. Bryce Lance. Is he a Packer?
I knew it was coming.
You had to know.
Yes. I don't think they'll take him. But yeah, I mean, he fits all the things. He is not, he's not, whoops, I just messed up my thing. He's not Watson. I mean, there's some small similarities, but I think people try to compare him a little too much to Watson. They're different players. But yeah, I mean, he's got the size, the speed, all that stuff. So yeah, athletically at least he would be. He's like a couple of years away though. He's pretty raw, a lot more raw than Watson was coming up.
Watson, I still commit to Watson being pretty raw as well though.
He was, I mean, Lance. If Watson was like a year away when he came out, Lance is like 2 years away.
Just like his brother. So we just gotta be patient out there. Just gotta be patient.
I gotta find a way. I gotta go back and see if I don't know if I clipped it or not, but he hit his a crazy nutty whip route. And I was like, holy cow, when I saw him run that. He's like 6'3", 200 pounds, like running just like a whip route, looking like a 5'10" little guy. I gotta try
post
and
that for sure.
I might have already posted. I gotta look. If I didn't, I'll try and find it again, clip it, and post it.
Okay. Obviously a fun one here just because of the position. And I think everybody knows the answer to this, but we got to bring up Mike Washington for fun here.
He is definitely a Packer.
There we go. At 84,
Rashan Gary.
At 84. At 84.
Mike Washington was one of my guys in the summer, man. When I saw his New Mexico State tape. For some weird reason, they only started him like a couple games or something like that last year. It was really weird. I was like, this guy's really good. Why are they playing him more? And they had him like rotating with like 3 different guys or 2 other different guys or whatever. And I was like, what the hell are they doing?
He leaves for the SEC.
He's really good. His pass pro needs work. It's not terrible, but it needs work. And he doesn't run as fast as he times. You see him get caught from behind on film. Yeah. Jake knows. But
he also gets wrapped up at the ankles a little bit too much, I will say.
For a bigger back,
there is a little bit of that, which is a little surprising, but
if you want a discount Mike Willie, if you want a discount, Adam Randall, day 3.
There you go. Yeah, big dude.
Former wide receiver,
tall,
6'3", former wide receiver, 230 pounds. He's got some somewhat similar skills, but like a discount version of, Mike. He needs Mike Washington. Who's good. He's obviously gonna need some time because he's only been running back for like 1 year. But yeah,
we like projects in Green Bay. Nothing wrong with
always.
That.
They always say projects.
Maybe we'll take him round 1. Oh wait, we didn't. Thank goodness.
They're gonna trade up for him.
Brian, Rashan Gary, is he a Packer?
Not much longer.
Oh well. Wait. Okay. I got 2 guys left on this because I think I've seen some people like Joseph here is putting that's not Raridan. So he wants Heidenreich from Navy and Oscar Delp. Those are his 2 in the chat. Love that. He also wants Trost from Missouri, who I believe has played tackle.
Yep.
Is he a Packer? Is he a Packer?
Yeah. He fits. Do I have my list? I don't have my list. I don't think he worked out the combine. He fits. He's an older player, but he's a 10th year guy, so he's gonna be a day 3 guy. So the Packers do take him, of course, it'd be day 3 because they don't like the olds that much. But yeah, he's got a lot of tackles.
Well, they sometimes do.
Sometimes, but pretty rare.
And one of them he hasn't even played, unfortunately. So yeah, that may deter them a little. Yeah,
just a little bit.
Okay, this one intrigues me because he's played 2 different spots.
Oh,
shout out to Kawano here.
Shout out to Kawano.
Jayshawn Barham.
Ooh, I love Barham. Actually, I liked him. I liked his back when he was at Maryland, and then he kind of like didn't play that well and stuff like that. But no, because he was 240, 241, 242, something like that. So he's
Jayshawn Barham as a linebacker.
Oh,
That's what I
How about as a linebacker?
Very different.
Maybe let's see his agility testing, because on film he's not that agile. He's not that great in coverage. He's a little stiff. But
that's all right. We got our 4.6 guy back there for coverage, you know.
And I think he's more of an edge anyway. But we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. This isn't an is he a Packer question, but this one fascinates me as well because Gary probably gone, Enagbare probably gone.
Yep.
If Green Bay takes an edge rusher with one of their first 2 picks, who do you think it would be?
Ooh, let me see. You guys are lucky. I started putting together my Packers board so I can just pull that up and look at it.
I love that. But see, Brian stays ahead of the game. There's no way I put mine together at all. So
probably Malachi Lawrence.
Yes, let's go, baby. We love that. Yes, that's what I was hoping you were gonna say. Let's go.
Yeah. He was one of my guys, man, since I think summer. Yeah, when we were doing summer scouting and stuff. I was on the D-line group for Draft Professors, so
let's go.
Yeah, he was one of my guys that I like. I picked up on from last year's film was pretty good, and this year he was a little bit better. So yeah, he was one of my guys.
Yeah, he's just torching dudes.
Dude,
he freaking torches guys. It's awesome.
Yeah, and he was like 253 at the combine, but over the summer he was heavier. I think he was like 260. So like, he's been in their weight. He's been in their weight range. So.
He's like the opposite. He's like Dennis Sutton, but good film.
That's one way of putting it. That's one way of putting it.
Exactly.
I very much agree with that.
Let's go.
Derek Moore too would be another guy that would be a Packer too. That would fit.
That's JJ's favorite guy, Derek Moore.
100%.
He loves some Derek Moore.
Give me Jayshawn Barham. Miss me with Derek Moore. I'm completely 100% out.
Barham doing diet Arvell Reese stuff. That's what I'm talking about. If you saw that in the chat, in the draft pressure chat, Brian, I was the one who said that.
Diet Arvell Reese?
That's what I did say that. Although I think it's low key flipped of like where he should be versus where you can move him to, but that's another question for another time, you know.
But it still works. It's still funny.
Yeah, I like it. Drew says Gabe Ackus. Where are we at there?
Maybe. I mean,
maybe
he dropped all that weight, and he does seem to be moving a little bit better. He was like 279 in the summer. He was huge, and even it seemed like he was still dropping weight when the season started because he seemed to like be a little bit more athletic towards the end of the season. He didn't really do any testing yet, but I mean, he looks pretty quick. Looks pretty athletic now with the dropped weight, so it's a good possibility.
Well, Drew, you know I'm in, so
of course
on that one.
Jake loves Indiana players.
Honestly, I mean, if either receiver fell to 52, I think I'm in. But I gotta bring this up because we didn't do a mock draft, right, JJ?
Right.
This was
mock draft Monday. We're gonna be in the mock draft lab this coming Monday,
folks. This was moments ago. Okay, before I hopped on. All right. Do you think I made either of these picks because it was alternating with the hosts? And if so, which one did I make, or none, or both?
I don't think you would have taken Lance in the 3rd round there, just knowing which guys are usually available in the 3rd and who you like. I would just be surprised if it fell in such a way that you went Bryce Lance in the 3rd. I could see you going Cisse in the 2nd, but I would predict you made neither of these picks. But if you did, I'm going to say Cisse.
Okay, Brian, do you think I made any of these picks?
Thinking that's a good one. I'm going to guess, just to be a contrarian, I'm going to guess you made the Lance pick.
And that's the only one?
Yeah.
That's correct. I did make the Lance pick, and I did not make the Cisse pick. So Drew and JJ.
Who else were you considering there at Lance? It must have fallen kind of weird.
It was. I mean, there weren't any. None of the edge rushers were there. We put Barham in Seattle, which is just nightmare fuel for everybody else.
Well, yeah,
essentially. And so I didn't have the pick at 52. I thought it was fine. There were actually some better corners there personally. I would have taken Lawrence there. Didn't have the pick. Gave him to Chicago, unfortunately.
Were you upset about that too?
I was I had all Chicago picks, and their haul was pretty good, which is annoying. But yeah, at 84, there really wasn't a D tackle, which isn't surprising. Even McClellan, which was kind of wild. So he wasn't there. There were centers, but I thought that was not as fun. So I said, screw it. Let's all speed, baby. So I did do that. So there's your little mock draft teaser for the folks who were hoping to see one on the show.
So actually, Jake, I got a question though for you.
Okay.
Would you like to see the Packers draft an Indiana receiver this year or next year?
Next year.
Do you want to see them draft the new Jordy Nelson next year?
Yeah, I say we do that. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at Omar Cooper, right? Like, is he the Reed replacement? Yeah, pretty much. Like, that would work pretty seamlessly. But chance to get Becker, I'm in on that. Yeah. I'm in on that. No, the Bears can have the Northwestern receivers. Okay. I don't know if they have any, to be honest. No clue. No. Do they play football?
last year was it last year?
They have a real stadium.
Had a couple halfway decent receivers.
They lost their best player, I believe, to an SEC school this offseason, if I'm not mistaken.
So, well, they got Wildy's coming back next year. Wildy's coming back next year. He's pretty decent, but he's like a power slot, type of player.
Fair. Iowa Joe has one more. He likes Patrick Payton. Is he a Packer?
I don't. No. This film is terrible. He is terrible.
It's tough.
His Florida State film was not very good, and this year's LSU film was even worse. So
he's got to be an older guy at this point, right?
He is, yeah, and he's built like a wide receiver.
Yeah, these guys who are too tall, it's tough for them. It's tough.
He's not like super tall. He's just built like a wide receiver. He's like really skinny.
He doesn't have any girth, and we're just not about that.
That's what she said.
It's also what Goody said, and you know it.
I know it for sure.
We should clip that too. Thank you.
All right. Yes, AI clip that too.
Yep. That'll be good. Perfect. Well, Brian, I appreciate you playing Is He a Packer? I know those are the kind of questions you get a lot in our draft Twitter, in our Packers draft Twitter chat all the time. But I just wanted to make sure the people also got a little taste of what that looks like, because that is fun, and I wanted to make sure we had a good group of prospects. But if you have more questions about who is a Packer and who's not, where should they go, Brian?
To the chat. I'm just kidding. They should watch Derailed.
Sets it up and he swings and misses.
Watch Derailed, and I'll be in the comments, and you just ask me there. No, I'm just kidding.
that's not.
Brian, are you gonna join our stream again before the draft? Are you gonna be on here live with us on camera before the draft?
Probably.
We should definitely make it mock draft. We should bring everybody on and do that snake draft thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We do.
Yeah, but you can hit me up, B Maafi NFL. There you go. BMAAFI NFL.
We'll put that in the
All right, Brian.
In the description.
Standing invitation every Monday and Friday from now until we're out of draft season. Which I'm not talking about your draft season, not talking about Jake's draft season. Talking about your average Packer fans draft season. Okay, like
we're trying to
2 weeks
turn that
after
around.
The draft is over.
Yeah,
No,
me and
we're
Jason
1-2
turn that
weeks
around.
after the draft is over, when their focus is turned elsewhere. But standing invitation, hop on with us. We would love to have you. You're one of one. We really appreciate you giving up your evening to come hang out with us and have a blast. It is time to sign off. You know what that means. All right. Hands over your heart, seasons. In the words of the late, great Mr. Tucker Kraft, thank you all for watching.
He's in a better place.
Pack.